Okay, we are live on today, which is Wednesday. Ooh, let's get the right date. February 4th, 2026. Can you believe that we're in February already? Like, that's insane. So, we have a good one tonight, but I am just waiting to put everyone on TikTok in the room. We have 1 more minute left. So, we're going to wait till 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or if you're in my time, 8 o'clock. Oh, here it is. And it is time to start. Hold on. I'm giving y'all the exclusive on YouTube because y'all see the behind the scenes, especially when I forget to turn off the live. So welcome in, hello, and make sure you have your seat and your boarding pass. And now let's let TikTok in. Okay. All right, here we go. Hello and welcome to the Global Game Show. I'm so glad that y'all are here. Okay, I'm so glad that we have made it to another week. You're almost halfway through the week. So do not be afraid to let me know how your week has been, how you're doing, and just come on in with your boarding passes and everything like that. Hello, YouTube. You guys saw me like a minute earlier, but that's why I say if you're on TikTok, go ahead and click the link in the bio because then you get to see kind of like the behind the scenes on what we do before we start our lives. So I want to thank everyone for coming in. Welcome in. Okay, we are in February already. Congratulations, we are almost done with the first week of February. And I do have a special announcement that I want to share with people at the end of the live. And it is about a certain holiday coming up. And I cannot wait to share it with you. I cannot wait to enjoy this with you. So, of course, come on in. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday, as always, and happy February 4th, 2026. If you're on YouTube, hello, how are you? Welcome. We have made it to February. Those of you who don't know, I'm streaming both live on TikTok and YouTube, and we have a good one tonight. You see, we got the DJ playing the music like they do. Shout out to the DJ. Hey. And the DJ in this cabin is just so nice. They can come up with any style of music, and it would depending on whatever country that we go to. So again, please come on in and have your boarding passes out, and we will go into our weather report like we do. You know, if you're new, you can tell me where you're from. And we're also going to go into the country because, as you know, well, if you don't know, we travel to a new country every single night. And I'm so glad to just have people in here. When you come into the cabin, please make sure that you have your boarding passes. Please make sure you have your seat number because we do not want anyone sitting in someone else's seat, okay? So if you do not know, this is the Global Game Show, and I will be going into what we do here, how to play the game, and how, most importantly, how to win the game. Because it's super important to know how to win the game if you're going to play it, right? But first, please put your seat number in the room because we want to make sure that anyone else who comes in does not have your same seat number. Again, I'm streaming live on YouTube as well as TikTok. And if you don't know, I also, like I said, I stream this live on TikTok. And if you haven't seen any of the other videos, go ahead and click on the YouTube link. Ooh, it's so dry the air here. We got to tell the pilot to put more moisture in the room. But anyway, if you haven't seen our previous episode, which was Colombia, we flew to Colombia and we had loads of fun. Go ahead and check that out on YouTube. Again, the link is in the bio, okay? A few people told me that the link was not working at first, but do not worry, the link is working now. So go ahead and check that out at the end of this live. All right, so of course, we have a couple of people in and out of the room. How are you? A couple of people on YouTube in and out of the room. Hey, YouTube. How are we doing on this Wednesday? We are almost to Friday. Can you believe it? Okay, because I know that the work week and the school week has been long, but what better way to get through the rest of this work week than with some fun games? And of course, every single live, we go through new countries. We've gone to Mexico. We've gone to Colombia. We've gone to South Korea. We've gone to China. We have gone to so many places. So if you haven't checked those episodes out, like I said, after you see this live, go ahead and click on the YouTube link in the bio, and that way you'll be able to catch up on some episodes because we will be revisiting those countries, especially in the summer and the winter months. But right now, I can tell you that this country that we're visiting tonight is going to be super, super, super special and super fun. I had so much fun researching this country. I had so much fun just trying to figure out the games we were going to play, and I cannot wait to get into it with y'all. So I'm going to give it a few more minutes for everyone to please come in, have your boarding passes out, have your seat numbers ready, and again, please make sure that you have your seatbelts fastened on this plane, because if you've been here before, if you've been in my lives, if you've been in this cabin before, then you know that sometimes there's a little bit of turbulence on this plane. And we want to make sure that those who are in the plane, those who are ready, have as much safety as possible when we hit turbulence. Okay, so please come in, put all your baggage, whether it's emotional or physical, into the overhead bins that you see here and here. There's plenty of spaces here because listen, we don't want things falling down when we start the game, right? And hey, on YouTube, okay, what's up? Hi, YouTube, how are you? How was your day? Happy Wednesday. I'm the pilot. I don't know. I think that seat is already taken, but welcome into the room, Phil Brown. How are you doing? It's so nice to see you. King Sal, what's up? How was your Wednesday? How was your Wednesday? How have we been doing today? Are we thumbs up in it today? Are we thumbs down? Like, how has our day been? I want to know in the comments. Please let me know. You on YouTube as well. Please let me know how your day has been. Because of course, as your stewardess, I want to make sure that everyone is nice and comfortable on the plane, okay? So please let me know how your day has been, what you did today. If you had work, if you had school, like what was your day like? I want to know. I really, really want to know. And of course, please let me know what seat number you have for today, because we want to make sure that anyone else who chooses to come in does not have the same seat number. Okay, that's happened a few times in this cabin on this live. We had to kind of situate things. A few people wanted to be the captain, a few people wanted to join our crew, but nah, there's only select people for certain seats. So welcome in, and please do not be afraid. Hello, am welcome in. How are you? Hello, Brandon, nice to see you. I think you were here a few episodes before our last episode, and thank you so much for liking. And you know what to do if you've been here before. Please let me know what your seat number is, okay? The captain's seat is already full, and so is the co-pilot seat, okay? One time, some episodes, somebody sat on the wing and they didn't really have a good time, so please make sure you have your proper seat, because on Global Air Flight GA398, we want to make sure that everyone is as comfortable as possible. And of course, I want to welcome you all in and wish you all, those of you on TikTok and YouTube, a very, very happy Wednesday. We are almost through the week. All right, so let me see what your seat numbers are. We have we have two Brandons here. Okay, we also have All Pros Reef. If you're still here, how you doing? And thank you for liking the live. I do appreciate that. You guys give me so much energy, especially when we get to our last game, which I will be going to. Oh, Phil, you must be new here. We're gonna go into that first class thing, and we're gonna talk about that. Okay, but those of you who've been here before, you might want to remind Phil Brown how someone even gets into first class, okay? Because this game that we have tonight, I'm not gonna lie, I didn't hold back on y'all. I made sure I did extensive research on this country so that these trivia questions, you're gonna have to work for first class, okay? But please welcome in and let me know what your seat number is. Okay, we have G30, okay, G36. Okay, so we already have a G36 taken. Okay, so make sure you sit nice and comfy. And again, if you have any baggage with you, whether it's emotional or physical, please put it in the overhead bins that you see here. We have plenty of room. And we will go into the game. Hello, Terry Wong 91, how are you? Okay, 19C. Okay, 19C. Okay, so G26 and 19C are taken. So no one else can have those spots. Those are designated to you. And I want to know, how's your day been? How's everybody's day? Those of you who are in the room on TikTok and on YouTube, what did we do today? Was it cold? Is it starting to warm up? I know people are trying to they're looking for that groundhog. Like, listen, you better get it right. So I want to know, how has your day been on this beautiful, beautiful Wednesday? And good afternoon for those of you who are in the afternoon. We will be doing a special weather report for certain locations, because for me right now, it is 8:09 p.m. And so it's really late. So I may say good evening, but no matter. Those of you who are in the afternoon, tell me, what has your day been like? Tell me more about your day. I'm very, very excited. And thank you, MIM, for liking the live. I do appreciate it. And if you haven't already, go ahead and hit that follow button so that you will see that we go live 3 times a week, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday, to crown a new champion, which we will get into very, very, very soon. And I'm kind of giving you a hint on what country we're flying to tonight. So keep your ears peeled. I know I'm talking, but you can hear the music in the background, so you can go ahead and guess what country we are flying to. MIM, how was your day today? Phil Brown, how was your day today? How are y'all doing? Oh, I see Gabby's back on YouTube. Hey, Gabby, welcome back. How's your day, Gabby? Cold and busy. Oh no, cold and busy. Oh, that's like the 2 worst combos, especially if it's not a good type of busy. But don't worry, hopefully tonight you are able to relax and have a good time playing this game because everyone here has a chance to win. I worked at the hospital all night. Oh, did you get any sleep before you came to the game? I mean, look, as much as I want y'all here, you need your sleep. MIM giving me a smiley face. Okay, so that means you probably had a relatively good day. Okay, all right. Well, it's so nice to have you joining. It's so nice to have you here. Okay, because I love having people come in and I just, we like to talk. We like to just see how we're feeling, get the, vibes of the game if you're new here. What's she saying? Guys, and for those of you who are coming in and out of the room, I am looking at both YouTube and TikTok. YouTube is up there and TikTok is here, but I can say there is a battle of the platforms because so far most of our winners, if not all, have been from TikTok. We've had people make an attempt to try to guess and win the games. We almost had a tie between YouTube and TikTok, but then there was a tiebreaker. So hopefully I want to see which platform wins tonight. Who's going to represent the platform? Y'all gotta show me. Y'all gotta let me know. But of course, welcome. I want to just say welcome again, and I'm really glad you're here. And we are going to get into it. Gabby said, I did take a 2-hour nap and then woke up to your live. Okay, well, it's nice to see you. I'm glad you got a 2-hour nap. Wow. 2 hours is a long time. Very, very long time. But wow, you must be well rested. You deserve that nap. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and get into, we have Jibu_24. How are you? Welcome in. We have Douglas Lund 6. Welcome in. How are you? Again, when you come into the cabin, please make sure that you let me know what your seat number is. That way, no one sits in your seat, okay? We have Phil Brown in seat number 19C on YouTube. We have G26. Okay, so you got to pick some other seats beside those because they are already taken. All right, they are already taken. And we want to make sure that everyone in this cabin, this global air cabin, flight GA398, that you all have comfortable seating and that you are all able to be comfortable when we start our game. So do not be afraid. Please put your seat number in the room, okay? And do not request the pilot or the co-pilot because those are already taken, okay? Right, Cheryl? The captain's in today, right, Cheryl? He's what? What do you mean he's not in here? Okay, well, somebody needs to get him. Okay. Well, we just got word from one of our attendants that the captain is still at the bar. So we have to make sure he's on the plane and he is able to get us there safely. All right, Jibu24, I'm doing well. I need to get flown to a university library to study. Oh, okay. All right. Well, welcome in. I'm so glad you're here. I'm so glad that you're here. Hopefully, when in your studies, you get to study some countries because the country we are flying to tonight, and I'm giving you a big hint with our DJ playing the music, we are going to fly to a very beautiful, beautiful country I've never been to, but I want to know if you guys are an expert, you guys and girls are an expert in this country. She said, I'd like to take a guess. What would you like to take a guess? I didn't even give you the question yet. I didn't even explain the game. See, you're an expert. And those of you who are seeing me look up there, I'm also streaming on YouTube as well as TikTok. So you're going to see me look in two different places because it is the battle of the platforms. So I'm going to get into it. Again, I want to extend a warm welcome to all the passengers on Global Air Flight GA398. This is a live, of course, international game show if you're new here. And I say international because many of you viewers are in America. However, I happen to live out of the country at the moment. And so I am streaming from Albania. If you don't know, if you haven't seen my content before, I am an American content creator living in Albania right now. So what we are doing, and thank you for the likes. Let's get them up. I do appreciate it. Go ahead and tap that screen. Hello, Chief Carlton Purnell. Welcome, welcome, welcome in. Welcome. And please make sure to please put your seat number in the comments. Thank you for the flame heart. I really do like that. Thank you. So again, this is a live international game show where we pick a winner every night. Sometimes we have two-time winners. My two-time winners, they have DM'd me and said, how can we get to a battle of the championship? And so we are in the works of that. However, I need you guys to stay till the end of the live because I have a very special announcement that newcomers, whether you're new or you've been here before, I'm going to surprise you with something big. So you guys remind me in about an hour to give this special announcement, okay? But for now, I want to explain for those of you who are new here how this game works. So this is a live, I always say live game show because we have 3 mini games, okay? And the winner of these 3 mini games, not only are they upgraded to our first class, that's why I said, Phil Brown, you didn't make it to first class yet, but I do appreciate that energy because that means you're thinking like a winner. So hopefully we can give you a first class seat, okay? So first class, when you get to first class, that means you have the most points out of each section, okay? We have 3 mini games. And when we crown a winner at the end of the live, that means that they have bragging rights to be our trivia champion, and they're automatically shouted out on YouTube as well as posted on my TikTok story. If you have not seen my stories before, I list all the players who get a point, and I also put like a little medal next to the top winner. And I encourage everyone to follow the top winner and the winner after every single live because, we need to learn from each other, especially because we're doing these countries all over again. And if you haven't seen, we've already done Mexico, United Kingdom, South Korea. We did Colombia on Sunday. And so if you haven't seen those episodes after the live, please go ahead and click the link in the bio to my YouTube page. That way you can study up because like I said, we're going to visit those countries once again. Jaquan, yeah. Welcome in. And thank you, Chef Carlton, for the cake slice. That was really good. So every episode that we have here is a new country. We have visited maybe 6 or 7 countries so far. And tonight, I'm giving you a hint every time before we start our first question because I want you to tell me. Gabby said, we're going to Taiwan. Very close, but it is very, very close to Taiwan, actually. But we are not going to Taiwan. But please keep an ear out for the hint. Welcome in, Patrick. How are you? Please keep an ear close to the music because it is giving it away. So if those of you who want to put it in the comment where we're flying today, I'm not going to say you're going to get a point, but, you get to show everybody that you know what you're doing. So anyway, let's get into our 3 mini games. So our 3 mini games consist of trivia. We have guess that word and guess that picture. Okay, so with those things, we want to make sure that everyone plays fairly. So we look at it like playing fairly means that you are giving other people a chance. If you need a hint, you already know what to do here. You can put a rose in the chat if you want to get a hint because I am going to be fair. I have about 5 to 10 hints per question, and each of the sections of the games have 5 questions. We will only have 6 questions in a section if there happens to be a tie between 2 players. Because again, we want to make sure that we crown one trivia champion tonight. Okay, one. Mongolia. No, it is not Mongolia, Gabby, but you can keep trying. All right, so I admire your enthusiasm, Gabby. That nap must have did something to you. So anyway, as I said before, please have your boarding passes out just in case we forget your seat number. Okay, fasten your seatbelts. And if you don't know, my name is Amy. I'm your stewardess for this flight. And of course, I want to thank you all for choosing Global Air. So let's get into the first game. The first game is trivia, travel trivia. So each question, like I said, is worth 1 point, and it will be 5 points in total. Unless there needs to be a tiebreaker, then I'll sprinkle in a tiebreaker point. And the winner of that section will be awarded a first-class meal. And we have 4 choices, which I will get into later. Okay? And so game number 2 is guess that word. So what I will be doing is saying a word in the country's official language, and you will have to tell me what it is in the comments section. Now, many of you are smart. I'm not going to lie. We have a lot of smart players here. Okay, we have a lot of smart people in this room. Hello, Diego. Welcome in. We have a lot of smart players in this room. But I'm only looking for the person that gives me the answer first. So just because you gave me the right answer does not mean you get the point if you do not say the question quickly. All right? You need to be at the top when I say that name. When I say the question, okay? So again, with guess that word, I say a word in the country's language, and you will have to tell me what it means in English. So for example, when I did the Mexico episode, I said, what does luego mean? What does luego mean? And I'm saying that, and in the comment section, you're supposed to say, oh, it means later, or whatever word it is at that moment in time. Today, we are not doing Mexico, though. And if you missed Mexico, then go ahead and click the link in the bio on TikTok, YouTube. You already have access to it. She said, I studied the United Kingdom one. You studied the United, that was like 2 hours. That was 2 hours that live. Well, thank you, because we are visiting that country again. All right, so B100, welcome in. So as I was saying, if I say a word in this country's language, you're going to have to tell me what it means in English. And that will mean that you get a point if you're the first one to get it correctly. And of course, at the end of that section, if you happen to have the most points, you will get into first class. Or if you're already at first class, you'll be rewarded a second first class meal. Our third and my most favorite game is Guess That Picture. Now, those of you who have come in, you know that I'm an artiste. No, but I like to draw a picture for you, and the picture is relevant to the country, and you will have to guess what it is. And again, I'm fair with y'all. I will always give you hints. Okay, all you need to do is just drop one of these, or wherever you see it in your screen, drop a rose in the room, and I'll be able to provide you a hint. Other than that, you will keep guessing and guessing all night. And that's why, yes, that is why our UK episode was 2 hours, because they refused to go down without a fight. So B100, thank you so much for the rose. I do appreciate it very, very much. Thank you. And again, shout out to Chef Carlton for the flame heart and the slice, the cake slice. And we're already at 1,000 likes. So please, when you come in here, go ahead and tap the screen. Okay, I need my hint. Well, we didn't start any questions yet. Okay, but I will keep that in mind. Okay, hello, Ron D. Thank you for the cake slice. Thank you for the love you so much. Thank you. Oh, I'm trying to keep up with all of them, but thank you so much, Ron D. I appreciate it very, very much. And please, when you're in here, see, YouTube's got this down packed, but TikTok, y'all got to tell me what your seat number is. We have G26 on YouTube. We have 19C from Phil Brown. What is y'all's seat number? Because I want to make sure that no one sits in your seat, okay? We've had people in our past TikToks tried to claim the same seat, and it was kind of sort of an issue. Okay, so we want to make sure that you are able to have your seat. Hello, Jade. Welcome to the room. How are you? How is your day? And of course, please let me know how your Wednesday has been for you. Has your Wednesday been good? Has it been bad? Goliath, how are you? Welcome in, welcome in. I'm just going to assume if y'all don't tell me your seat numbers, I'm going to assume that you're sitting on the roof of the plane. And when we hit an altitude of like 24,000, that's not going to be good for your hair. I am, unfortunately, Goliath, I am the stewardess, so I am not going to sit down. However, you can find a seat if you happen to make it to first class. That will be closer to the stewardess, but that is up to you. You just have to make sure that you answer these questions correctly. Now, despite you guys being so smart, and like I said before, all of you get the answers mostly right around the time that we ask these questions, no matter what country, all right? We want to make sure that you are paying attention in the game. So any player, I don't care if you've gotten 10 points, 60 points, I don't know if that's possible, but 5 points, it does not matter if you're even in first class. If I find out or I see that you are not answering, and this is also for YouTube, because a couple of people happened on YouTube for a couple of y'all, that if you miss 2 questions, if I don't see you even take a guess, I'm going to assume that you did a DB Cooper and brought your own parachute and jumped out of the plane. So that means your points will go down to 0. Okay, your points will go down to 0. Hello, I think that's Hawken, HWKN. Welcome in, welcome in. How are you? Happy Wednesday to everyone. So again, please make sure that you try to answer all the questions, whether or not they're correct, because your participation matters. And I do not want to see anyone just lose their points just because they forgot to answer or they thought they had it in the bag. Okay? So, as mentioned before, we want to make sure that all passengers are playing fairly and all players are playing fairly. Therefore, any unruly passengers or anyone in the room that decides to be unruly, such as passengers or players, will be swiftly ejected from the plane. And remember, we don't have it in the budget to have parachutes, so you're kind of on your own. So keep that in mind when you play. So without further ado, we are ready to get into our very, very first question. And again, I want to thank all of you for coming in here. Okay, thank you for just taking your time out of this Wednesday afternoon or evening or morning, depending on your time zone, to come in here and just chill and hang out for a few minutes or an hour or so. And again, welcome to Global Air Flight GA398, okay, where we get to our destination, no matter where you're flying from, in less than 2 hours, okay? So it doesn't matter if you're flying from Chicago, Arizona, Georgia, New York, wherever you're flying from, Colombia, Mexico, the Maldives, Jamaica, wherever you're coming from, as soon as you get on this plane, we have some pretty good engines, okay? So that means we can go pretty fast, all right? So again, like I said, please put your seat numbers in there, especially because Carter and Cheryl are going to come around with refreshments. And you do not want to play a game without any water or at least some pretzels to get you by. All right, so do not be afraid to put your seat number in there. We already had Phil Brown saying that he was in seat 19C. We have Gabby on YouTube saying that she was in seat G26. We also have 72B. Okay, all right, we have 72B now. That's already taken. So remember, if someone's in your seat and they say it before you, like I said, you're going to have to probably sit on the wing or you're probably on the roof of the plane. And how can we play like that? So before we get into our very first question and before we reveal our country that we're flying to, and again, keep your ears out because I'm making sure that I'm giving you a hint of our country by this music. So before we get into our first question, we're going to go into the weather report. All right. So if you're flying out of Rome, you are experiencing 51 degrees Fahrenheit as your weather. Hello, Wayne P. Welcome in. And I love that we're at 2.4 thousand likes. Thank you so much. So if you're flying out of Rome, you're experiencing 51 degrees Fahrenheit of weather, and your time is 8:28. If you're flying out of New York, you're experiencing 30 degrees Fahrenheit with the time of 2:28 p.m. If you're flying out of Canada, you are experiencing 13 degrees Fahrenheit weather, okay? The weather is 13 degrees Fahrenheit and the time is 2:28. If you're bougie and you're flying out of Beverly Hills, you are hot to trot, literally, because it is 83 degrees Fahrenheit with a time of 11:29 a.m. Flying out of Chicago, well, then you'll be experiencing 26 degrees Fahrenheit as your standard average weather for today, and you're looking at a time of 1:29 p.m. London, 45 degrees Fahrenheit with a time of 7:29 p.m. And if you're in Albania like me, then you're experiencing 54 degrees Fahrenheit, okay? So that is your weather report. Oh, and your time, if you're in Albania, is 8:29. So since we are nearing the 8:30 mark, I figured I would let you guys put in the comments and tell me what country you think we're flying to. I'll let you listen to the music. Go ahead and put it in the comment. Now, this does not count as a question, so if you don't get it right, don't worry. All right, so what do you think, and what country do you think we're flying to? We already had someone say Mongolia or Taiwan. That is not correct, but they are very close. Okay, so tell me, where are we flying to today? Yes, Phil Brown. Yes. See, if this was a question that counted, Phil Brown would have gotten the first point. So please make sure you exercise your thumbs because I am looking for a hawk. And that is a good idea, actually. A very good idea. We will be doing that country soon. Okay. We will be doing that country very, very soon. So thank you for reminding me. I have to put that in my notes. Cheryl, can you put that in my notes that we're going to go to Nigeria soon? Okay. And also, is the captain on the plane? Because we have to start this. Yes. We're good? Carter, we're good? Okay. All right. So we have the other two invisible stewardess and male stewardess on the plane, and we will begin our takeoff. So, but Phil Brown, yes, we are going to Japan for this. And I'd like to present to you the four first class choices that we have if you happen to get the most points at each section, or you wind up being our winner for this evening. So our first class menu, if you are granted a seat in our first class, you get a ramen bowl that has pork, 2 boiled eggs, seaweed, and of course ramen. Okay, and our second choice is classic mochi with a red bean paste. If you don't know what mochi is, it is like a rice cake, kind of like a sweet rice cake dessert. So if you have a sweet tooth, that is the one for you. Our third choice is we have a sushi platter with salmon, shrimp. I see squid there. I also see some California rolls, some eel I think we have in there. It's like a whole spread, okay? We also have shrimp tempura, of course, with lemon, because if you don't know, lemon on fried food really does help with your digestion, so you won't be filled with grease at the end of the night, okay? So those are your 4 choices if you choose to stay and play, and if you happen to get into our first class section. And of course, whoever makes it to our first class, you will get some perks, which I will be sharing with you, but we need somebody in first class first. All right, so let's get into our first question. And thank you so much, Hawken, for liking the live. I definitely appreciate it. And remember, when we are in this room, when we are in this cabin, I should say, we are playing fair. We are playing nice. So any unruly passengers or any unruly players will be ejected from the plane, and there's nothing I can do for you. So let's go into our first round. But I want to know first, are we ready? Please put a thumbs up in the room if you are ready, because someone tonight is going to be crowned the trivia champion. Will it be Phil? Will it be Hawken? Will it be Chef? Who will it be? Hawkins said they are ready. They are ready. All right. Cool. And of course, shout out to our DJ who loves to play music coming from whatever country we are flying to. All right, so I see that Hawken is ready. Phil, if you're there, are you ready? I want to see if we are all ready. Goliath, if you're still there. All right, okay, thank you. I like the hand heart. Perfect, perfect. All right. So here is our first trivia question, our very first trivia question. What color? Oh, let me say this too. If TikTok prevents you from saying a word, which I don't know why they do this whenever people talk about traveling or certain filler words, you can always answer me in an emoji. That will count as well. Okay? So, first question, what color or colors what color or colors are on the Japanese flag? Kwe Uno or Kwe, I didn't probably sound that right, but how are you? I like your name because it kind of sounds like the country we are flying to tonight. So again, our first question is, what are the color or color, what is the color? Okay. Okay. No, Phil got it right first. Phil got it right. Phil Brown. All right. Phil Brown, I'm gonna put you as PB on the board because I don't have enough. I write like a 4-year-old, and it will never get through this on time. So the answer is red and white on the Japanese flag. Red and white. If you have an iPhone, I'm not sure if you can do this with an Android, but if you have an iPhone, depending on the year you have, you can search Japanese flag and it will show you it is a big white flag with a red circle in the middle. Okay? Big white flag with a red circle in the middle. Okay, it says, oh, we're going to Kenya. No, we are not. We are going to, no, we're not going to Kenya. We are going to Japan, okay? So welcome to Japan. And like I said, no matter where you are flying from, we will be getting there in less than 2 hours. All right, so congratulations to Phil Brown for getting that question correct. But Hawken, I saw you make an attempt, and I admire your bravery because the way you rapidly fire those questions, that's the energy that we need in this room, okay? So everybody watch Hawken and watch Phil, and just know that you need to be a speedy typer when you answer these questions, okay? So number 2, what is the capital up? I see that we have, okay. Again, like I said, I don't want you guys to get ejected from the plane. But if you're not here to play, you're here to just, like I said, we don't have parachutes. So good luck. Hopefully you can make your way back up to the plane. But if not, anyway, what is the capital of Japan? What is the capital of Japan? What is the capital of Japan? First person to put it. Phil Brown, you're not playing. You are not playing. Yes, the answer is Tokyo. The answer is Tokyo. And again, for those of you who are in and out of the room, welcome to the Global Game Show. Okay, I am your stewardess, Amy. And what we are doing is we are playing our Global Game Show and we are flying to Tokyo. We are on 2 out of the 5 questions, okay? And whoever gets the most points out of this section will be the first one to go to first class, okay? But right now, all of you are starting in the basic or economy seating, and so you got to earn your way up here, all right? Other than that, keep studying. So I hope you guys know about Japan because these questions are going to get a little harder. So I have a quick question for you. Quick question. Hello, the one Mamba, welcome in. Hello, good thing you arrived. And please let me know what your seat number is because so far I only have 3 seat numbers, and there's people on YouTube watching and there's people on TikTok watching. So y'all need to let me know your seat numbers because I want to make sure that you have, okay, 12B, perfect. All right, so everyone, YouTube, let everybody know 12B is taken. So, okay. All right, so welcome on board. Welcome aboard, the One Mamba. I hope you had a wonderful Wednesday. So question number 3, thank you. Question number 3, does Japan have a president, prime minister, or a king? Again, does Japan have a president, prime minister, or a king? First person to put in the comments wins. The one Mamba. Okay, one Mamba. I saw your answer first. I'm going to put you on the player board as TOM. And again, whoever is the winner of tonight's trivia, the entire game, because we do have 3 mini games. This is our first one. We will have you on our TikTok story. All right. So welcome to the room, Frank. How are you? Happy Wednesday. All right. So the one Mamba, you get that point. So yes, they actually have a prime minister and an emperor, but I only asked you about prime minister. They have a prime minister, and she is the first female, and her name is Sanai Takaichi. Sanai Takaichi. All right. So they have a prime minister and emperor. So if any of you are thinking of going to Japan, you better take some notes because I'm giving you the Japanese facts here. Okay. So you'll be an expert when you travel abroad. All right. So our fourth question, and I just need an estimate. Whoever gets the highest number is the winner for this point. Not this round, but we'll get this point. How tall in feet is Mount Fuji? How tall in feet is Mount Fuji? How tall in feet? Okay, so we have 4,000. Okay, I need you all to lock in your answers. 3,200. Hello, Cedric Harris. How are you? Happy Wednesday. All right, I'm looking for more answers because whoever gets closest to the answer is going to get this point for this question. So we have 4,000, 3,200. We have, what else? Can anyone else guess for me? Can anyone else guess? What do we have? 4,000, 3,200. Phil, what are we saying? And again, if you cannot put it in the comments, go ahead and kind of like spell it out for me with emojis. Okay. I'm going to let you guys answer again. How tall in feet is Mount Fuji? And I'm going to say something right now. The one Mamba and Cedric, y'all are way off. So while everyone else is stalling and they're afraid to answer, I will give you guys a chance to answer again. Because both of you are way off. Way off. And of course, if you need a hint, go ahead and drop a rose in the room and I'll be more than happy to provide an excellent hint. I am not stingy. Like I said, I have 5 to 10 hints per question. And we're looking at like 5, 10, 15 questions in this entire game. And thank you for liking the live. We are at 4,000. Okay. All right. Sean 444, welcome in. Maybe you're an expert or maybe not. This will test you since you're so bold. How tall in feet is Mount Fuji? We already had 4,000. We had 3,200. 16,000 on YouTube. 16,000 on YouTube. Someone says 16,000. What do we have here? Again, how tall in feet is Mount Fuji? Because we are traveling to Japan today. How tall in feet? I can honestly say that YouTube, you might be closer to the answer. I don't know. But we'll get Cedric Harris, the one Mamba, Phil Brown, Hawken, if you're still there. Like, what? Give me, like, your best answer. Hello, Heart Hands. Welcome in. Welcome in. Nice to see you. I think I've seen you before. Now, Sean, the reason why I'm not going to give you that is because I know that you Googled, because I saw your activity. But I'm going to give it to the YouTubers right now. Can I get some water? Absolutely, you can, Heart Hands. All you need to do is just let me know what your seat number is. By the way, Sean and Mo, if you're in here, Please let me know what your seat number is, okay? Because I'm gonna assume that you're sitting on the wing, and we don't want to do that. It's cold out there. We're already at we're pushing 12,000 feet. We're gonna keep going up to 32,000 if that's what pilots do. All right. So who said 16,000 on YouTube? That was Rico's. Okay. Rico, you got a long username. We're just gonna call you Rico dot 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 dot. Okay, but you get a point. So far, Phil Brown is in the room with the lead. Okay, the one Mamba has 1 point and Rico has 1 point. Okay, so now we're going to go into the fifth one, and this is a multi-layered question, and I'm gonna give you a point for each one that you get right. So listen out for this. Name a Japanese car brand. I see, Sean, you came in here a little late. No one's in first class yet. Only if you're a winner of each section. Okay, the one Mamba, you got one. Okay, you got one. As many as you can think of. Toyota is one of them. Yes, you can keep saying it for. Okay, Lexus. Yes, that's pretty much like the bougie older sister of Toyota. All right. Who else can tell me? Name a Japanese car brand. We already have Toyota and Lexus out. That's all I know. LOL. I think y'all know more. But if you need a hint, I'll be happy to give it to y'all. I'll be happy to give you a hint. GTR, no. Mazda, Subaru, Mitsubishi, Lexus, Suzuki, and Nissan. Ooh, Sean, you are getting it. Okay. All right, so you were missing one, but that's okay because Sean, we will give you 1, 2, 3, 4. Now your Lexus doesn't count because the one Mom already said it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so Sean. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The one Mamba. Wow. Okay. The one Mamba and Sean 444. Y'all are doing a pretty good job. Quince Dallas. Hey, welcome in. So glad to see you again. All right. So, I'm gonna just throw in the sixth question, and I'm gonna give y'all 5 seconds to say this. 5 seconds. Only 5. What is the currency used in Japan? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You got the symbol. Both of y'all got the symbol, but I have to give that one to the one Mamba. So I was looking for a yen or JPN. All right, so the one Mamba, you got that 4th point. So we're going to calculate this. Sean, you said yang, but it's yen, but that was very close. I think you guys are wonderful. You're getting very close to the answer. See, y'all are already experts on Japan. Have any of you been to Japan before and you're not telling me? Quincy Dallas. Well, don't worry, Quince. There's a lot of chances. We have 2 more games left, which you know what they are because you've been here before. Shout out to our returning players, okay? Gabby said I was going to say yang with the 2 A's. So it's yen, Y-E-N. That's a good try. YouTube, you got to step it up because TikTok always dominates the first round, but hopefully second and third round, y'all be able to redeem yourselves, okay? Because again, this is still the battle of the platforms. I'm trying to see which platform is best, okay? And so far, TikTok has been kicking y'all. So make sure that you bring your A game, all right? So one thing I want to talk about is first class. So we can reward Sean 444 for being in our first class. So congratulations to Sean. Please, everyone, give a hand clap, okay? So Sean, you will be receiving a complimentary neck pillow. You will also be getting a blanket. Now, with our blankets, they are very, very long lengthwise. And so if you have them on, please remember, do not walk up and down the aisle with them, okay? Because someone can trip and even you can trip. And we don't have insurance like that on Global Air, okay? So please make sure that you are safe with that. And with your neck pillows, I always say this. Hold on, let me see if I can find your neck pillow. Give me 1 second. Where's Sean's neck pillow? Do we have Cheryl? Hold on. Cheryl, yes, we need a neck pillow for our first class. In the cabinet? She's always putting stuff everywhere. Next time it should be over there. Okay. All right, so Sean, your first class pillow. Here it is right here. And I do have to show you guys something. If this is your first time boarding on Global Air, this is going to be the complimentary neck pillow that you get, okay? Yes, we have it right here for you, Sean. And remember, when you are on a plane on Global Air, we recommend that you do not put your neck pillows on like this, okay? We recommend that you put them like this because when you fall asleep, your head is going to tilt forward, especially if you are in an economy class and you like to sleep like this. Well, we want to make sure that you do not experience any neck pain or any discomfort on your flight. So please remember to have your neck pillow this way. Okay. All right. So Sean, I'm going to put this here. All right. And can we have Carter, can you bring Sean's stuff to first class? And with our first class seats, they are heated. Okay. So all you have to do is press the button to your, well, I'm looking at my left. It's probably your right. I'm not sure. But just press the button to the side and the heated seats will come on, okay? So congratulations again to Sean for making it as our first class. And Sean, hello, Nadia, welcome in, welcome in. Welcome to Global Air Flight GA398. And what we want to do, Sean, is also reward you with your first class meal. All right, so we have ramen, we have mochi, we also have a sushi platter. We also have shrimp tempura. Please let me know which one you would like, or if you would like to pass it on to the second up, which will be the one mamba. Please let me know in the room. All right. Your boy Alex, welcome in, welcome in. Is that a Mexican flag I see? Is that a Mexican flag? So we do not have steak and lobster because all of our first class meals are according to the country that we are flying to, which is Japan. Okay, and traditional Japanese food does not really include a lot of red meat. All right. Oh, your boy, you missed it. Your boy Alex, you missed it when we did our Mexican episode. But don't worry, all you have to do is just click the YouTube link in the bio of my profile and you will be linked to that episode because I made people laugh trying to speak Spanish, especially the way Mexicans speak it. So hopefully you can leave a comment or something or roast me if I did something wrong. So back to Sean 444. I would like the ramen. Okay, so you either get ramen or the sushi. You got to pick one, okay? Because those are two separate meals. And Carter, can you get the boba? Yes. It's under the cabinet. See, not only am I here to play this game with y'all, but I'm also clearly the only stewardess on board. Okay, so is that the ramen or the sushi? You have to let me know. Now, the one mamba, when you get into first class, which I have a feeling that you will be, okay, no favoritism, but your points are pretty high for it being the first round. We will make sure that we have your first class meal ready for you as well. All right, so Sean says, surprise me. That's a lot of pressure to put on the stewardess. But give me 1 second. Cheryl, what do you think? What type of, you want me to look at? Okay, well, sir, let me just research. It's Sean 444. I'm just doing my research here. You think Sean would like, yeah. Okay, all right, we got the perfect surprise for you, Sean. Hold up. All right, so Sean, I think that you're full of energy, full of life, and You need to conserve your energy since you are the winner so far. So we will be awarding you with the sushi platter, okay? As you can see, we have many pieces here, including some vegetables, just to make sure that your fiber is tip-top, okay? Because we don't want anyone to have any digestive issues on the plane because we only have one bathroom here, okay? So take this, and what I'm gonna be doing is putting this in the food section. So whenever you're ready to get up and get it, it will be over here for you, okay? But again, congratulations to Sean. They are the first ones to make it to our first class right here. Okay. So now we are going to move on to game number 2, which if you were here in the beginning, it is called Guess That Word. So, like I said, it is a game where I'm going to say a word in the Japanese language, the best that I can, and you will be telling me what it means in English. Now, I know many of you may not know how to speak Japanese fluently, and neither do I, but I do have a hint here that I can provide for you if you choose to. All you need to do is just drop a rose in the room, and I'll be more than happy to provide you with as many hints as you need. Okay, so if we are ready for our second game, let's go ahead and, you feel that? Y'all feel that in the room? Hold on, I'm gonna have to put on the seatbelt sign. Hold on. Okay, everyone, please fasten your seatbelts. We already have the blanket and everything for Sean, right? Okay, please fasten your seatbelts because we are experiencing some turbulence. Okay, we're experiencing some turbulence. Whoa. All right, so while that's happening, I'm going to be reading some facts for you until the turbulence stops, okay? All right, but just hold on, okay? Do not spill anything. Please put your trays up. Please. Oh, whoa. We almost went upside down. Okay, so please make sure that you are cool, calm, and collected, and nobody panic, okay? But we are going to be reading facts about Japan, okay? Whoa. Welcome to the room, Marvin. Please fasten your seatbelts, though, because we are experiencing some turbulence, and I need to make sure that everyone is safe as they can be on this plane, okay? Whoa, okay. So, did you know that in Japan, that sleeping on the job is actually acceptable? And it shows that you've actually been working hard. So if you're in Japan and you want to get some shut-eye, they will not get mad at you if you choose to sleep on the job. Well, yes, Jesus, take the wheel. Yes, Sean, please be careful as our first class that we do not want to have just only one person in first class. And that's why we need to make sure that everyone is safe, cool, calm, and collected on the plane. Whoa. Okay. Second fact. There are 3 types of ways to bow for everyone. Cheryl, can we get a seatbelt extender for Marvin's seat number? Marvin, what's your seat number? Come on, let us know so Cheryl can get you a seatbelt extender, okay? We want to make sure that you're safe. Please put your seat in the chat, okay? 1A, okay. 1A, we need to have a seatbelt extender, please. Thank you. Okay, so Cheryl's on her way. Okay, so anyway, before the turbulence, whoa, what is the captain doing? Okay, so did you know that there are 3 types of bowing in Japan? There's a 15-degree angle, which is informal. There's a 30-degree, which is formal, or they're for customers, clients, or bosses. And they also have a 45-degree angle. Thank you so much. Whoa, thank you, Marvin. So they also have a 45 to 90-degree bow for sincere apologies or gratitude. Whoa. Okay, so if you finally need to apologize to anyone in the Japanese community, make sure you bow so far that you can sniff your kneecaps. All right, so whew, I think we're slowing down. I just want to make sure, is everyone, YouTube, y'all good? TikTok, y'all good? That scared me a little bit. Are we okay on the plane? Everyone okay? No one got motion sickness? The Heartmen, how are you? Hello. Is that the Heartmender? Okay. Hello. Welcome back. How are you? All right. YouTube, we doing okay? Oh, okay. I spilled my Sprite. Cheryl, we have a Sprite spilled. And what's your seat again, sir? 45C. 45C. Anybody else spill anything on the plane? Anybody else? Everybody okay on the plane? Just please let me know. I know that turbulence was a lot, but you know what? We are back and we are able to play the game like it needs to be played. Okay, everybody's here. Hopefully Sean is still here in first class because I know that was a little bumpy. Hello, upside down question mark. How are you? How are you? Welcome to the Global Game Show. You just came in time because you missed the turbulence, and we are on to our second game, which is Guess That Word. Now, Guess That Word is a situation where I say the word in the country's language, and you will tell me what it means in English. And we are traveling to Japan, but don't worry, wherever you are in the world, we will always get to our destination in under 2 hours. So whether you're from New York, Chicago, Canada, Beverly Hills, Minneapolis, London, Albania, like me, do not worry because you will be able to get to your destination as long as you're taking flight Global Air flight number GA398. So welcome aboard. And again, if you haven't already, please put your luggage, whether it's emotional or physical, into the overhead bins that you see here. All right, we have plenty of space. Some of them were open during turbulence, but don't worry, they will close on their own because we got it like that. So, and thank you for the rose. I appreciate it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. So I'm going to assume that everyone's good and we are ready to start our second part of the game, which is Guess That Word. So, again, we are flying to Japan. So I'm going to be saying Japanese words to you, and you have to tell me what they mean in English. And the first person to put this in the comments will be the one that is the winner. Flight Global got the Thank you, Sean. I do appreciate that. So the first word, are we ready? Are we paying attention? Are we ready? Thumbs up, thumbs up. I'm going to assume that y'all sitting on the wing and we're going to have to call emergency services. So are we good? We good? Elrod, welcome, welcome. Hello. So are we good to start our game? And so far, let's congratulate Sean 444 for being our first class, being in our first class, and for the one Mamba being second up. Okay, so you better be careful, Sean, because the one Mamba, I can feel the energy. They're not playing. They're ready to get that first class meal. Vera D, hello, welcome in. Welcome to the Global Game Show. All right, Gabby said, I'm ready, Freddie. Okay, who's Freddie, girl? So anyway, the first word is Ohio. Ohio. What does Ohio mean in Japanese? Well, in English, that's a Japanese word, Ohio. But what does that mean in English? What does that mean? Rico said, is it a state? No, it is not. It's not. I'm not saying Ohio. I'm saying Ohio. Hunger for life. Hello, how are you? Welcome in. Oh, Sean, yes, you get that point. You get that point. It means good morning. It means good morning. Yes. Thank you for the follow as well, Keith Towless. I was going to say towels. I don't want to mess that up. Keith Towless, how are you doing? And welcome to the Global Game Show. I hope you had a lovely Wednesday. All right. And if you don't know, again, I am your stewardess for tonight, Amy. Okay. And if you happen to be watching on YouTube, how are you? I see a couple of people joined in there as well. Okay. And don't worry, YouTube, we have the same view as TikTok with the same background and everything. All right. YouTube gets a more wider view, so you see more of the plane a little bit. All right. But do not worry. You can watch it on either platform. It is completely up to you. All right. So Sean 444 got that. So the second word is Nero. Neru. 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 What does Neru mean? Neru. Neru. What does Neru mean in English? And that is a Japanese word. Ooh, no. The one Mamba. You're like, oh, I was almost going to give a hint for a future question. Keep that in mind. The one Mamba, keep that in your mind. Supper, dinner, no. Franklin F said sleeping. Yes, it is. It's sleep. Neru means to sleep. Neru. Yes. Okay. Frankie F. All right. So it means to sleep. Neru means to sleep. All right, so congratulations. Okay, we got some new people coming in here. Hello. Okay, so the third word that we have is taberu. 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 What does taberu mean? Ooh. Someone said the word last time. And that's all Since you guys are so nice with the roses, yes, the one mamba. There you go. There you go. All right. Yes, it means to eat. Taberu means to eat. Taberu. Hello, pure treachery. Welcome in. All right. No, that is not correct. The one mamba got it right. It means to eat. It means to eat. Okay, so this one, nomu. What does nomu mean? Nomu. So no and then moo. No, I'm playing. But nomu, what does nomu mean? I'm looking at YouTube and TikTok. It says nomu. No. Again, this is all Japanese. I'm not mixing in English words. This is purely Japanese words. Nomu. What does nomu mean? Yes, Gabby. Okay, Gabby. All right, Gabby Gabs. It means to drink. Yeah, Sean, you got it right, but Gabby did say it first. Gabby did say it first. Gabby, you said it first, and so it means to drink. Welcome to the point board. Now, the fifth and final question in this round. The fifth and final question. Now, y'all gonna have to get this right, because whether or not you speak Japanese, this is like you've heard this before. Arigato, arigato. First person to put it in the chat gets a point. Arigato, arigato, arigato. Yes, the one mamba. You got that right. Okay. So we're in a little bit of a conundrum because Sean and the one mamba have a point, like the same amount of points. And you know what I said in the beginning? We're going to have to do a little bit of a tiebreaker. Okay, so I hope that you were listening during turbulence because I have a question for you. Here's a scenario. You are meeting your friend for coffee. How many degrees are you going to bow? 15, 30, or 45 to 90? Again, you're meeting your friend for coffee. How many degrees are you bowing to them? 15, 30, or like all the way down? Sean, you got that correct. Yes, 15, because remember, 15 degrees is just for informal settings or if you happen to pass your colleague in the office. All right? All the way down is, yes, there you go, the one mamba, you know. So when you are blessed with going to Japan, all them Japanese girls, oh my God, he knows. Okay, so you got it. You smart. But yes, the answer is 15 degrees. 15 degrees. All right, so that's just like almost halfway. All right, so that means that Sean, Coco Loco Flow, welcome in. So that means Sean, I hope we're being nice to our other players, Sean, because you are rewarded a second first class meal. So again, you can have sushi again. You can have tempura, you can have mochi, which is like sweet, or you can have the ramen with pork and eggs and seaweed and all the works. Okay? Which one would you like? Which one would you like? Which one would you like? And I do have to announce, we have not heard from Phil Brown. So that means, Phil Brown, your points have been reduced to 0. Rico, I have not seen you either. That means your points are also reduced down to 0. Hawken, welcome in, welcome back if you left. But we are giving that to Sean 444, who is in first class. However, Sean, if you'd like to pass your meal down. Hello, The Real Mike. How are you? Welcome in. However, if you would like to pass your reward or your meal down to someone else, you can give it to the one Mamba. You can give it to Frankie F, Gabby, or you can pick someone in the chat that you've had conversation with. Okay? Quincy Dallas. Yeah, you can pass it to Quincy Dallas, Hawken. You can pass it to whoever. And thank you for us getting to 4.7 thousand likes. You guys are awesome. Okay. Awesome as usual. All right. Never doubted y'all. So what is it going to be, Sean? And if I don't hear you answer, or if I don't see your answer, I'm going to pass it automatically to the one Mamba. Your dress is fire. Thank you, The Real Mike, and welcome. This seems like your first time. Welcome to the Global Game Show. Tonight we are flying to Japan. We have gone through 2 out of our 3 games, and after this game, we will announce on the TikTok story our trivia champion. Okay, so feel free to play. Hello, welcome, Primal Savage. You are an OG at this point, Primal Savage. Welcome in. Shout out to Primal Savage. So, and shout out to everyone who's been here before, and shout out to everyone who's new, because we've all made it to this Thursday. Yes, you too, Gabby. I didn't forget about you on YouTube. Thank you. Shout out to you too. All right. So, I did not receive an answer from Sean, unless, because nobody's filtered or anything like that. So I'm going to now pass the meal down to the one Mamba. Which first class meal would you like? Oh, now Sean wants to say, okay. All right, hold on, Sean. Okay, Sean, yes, I see you. So you want the ramen with the pork. Okay, I got you. I got you, Sean. Don't worry. All right, so Sean, here you go. It's nice and steaming and hot. Okay, there is your ramen. Don't worry, this is a bowl. But we have the eggs, we have the pork shoulders, we have the seaweed, we have the fresh, organic, grass-fed ramen. There you go. Here you go. And enjoy. All right, so I'm going to put this on the warmer because this will get cold very quickly. So just make sure that when you're ready to come get it, you just let us know. Cheryl, can we also have a fork, a spoon, and chopsticks as well? I'm just going to give you all 3 options just in case you can't use a chopstick, or you don't want to, or you just want to use a fork or a spoon. We got it all for you, okay? No, put the chopsticks in the cover. Can you put the chopsticks in? No. I don't know why she still works here. Can we? Yes. Get a new one. Yes. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have everything that you need. Biohazard memes, we are not there yet. We are 30 minutes out to being there because we will be entering our last game. But Sean, I'm going to put this to the side right here on the warmer for you. Okay? All right. And if you're new in here, please do not forget to put your seat number in here because we want to make sure that no one is sitting in your seat. Okay, we want to make sure that everyone has enough leg room. Okay, first class is only designated to our winners, and so far the only winner of the sections that we have so far is Sean 444. So if anyone else is sitting in first class and your username is not Sean 444, you do not belong there. So Sean, you have the task of letting me know if anyone's sitting in your section. Okay, the pilot is flying the plane right now, but when we descend, you can definitely just let them know. All right. And of course, thank you for choosing Global Air. And if you're new here, I am your stewardess, Amy, and welcome aboard to flight number GA398. All right. So we have, what was that, Carter? We have, guys, I'm going to have to put the passing the seatbelt thing on now. Okay, so put on your seatbelts, please, because we are experiencing another bout of turbulence. Okay, so of course, I will be providing some facts about Japan for you as we are just making our way through this turbulence. Okay, so please put on your seatbelt. If you have a pillow, please make sure that it is not around your neck when you have the seatbelt on because it won't work. If you, please no fighting over seats either while we're on the turbulence because that's very, very dangerous because we want to make sure that everyone, if you're experiencing turbulence right now, which we all are, we want to make sure that everyone is safe on the plane. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and just read some more Japanese facts for you until the turbulence stops. Okay, so fact number 3. One of the Christmas traditions in Japan is to eat KFC chicken, specifically an entire bucket of KFC chicken. Yes, KFC, you heard that right. Kentucky Fried Chicken. Okay, and did you know that Christmas is not even considered a public holiday in Japan? Everything else is still open. All right, so if you want to indulge in KFC in Japan, they have plenty of locations for you. All right, and fact number 4, did you know that Japanese students are not required to enroll in high school? How fun would have been for us to skip high school, right? Because I'm sure many of us did not want to show up to high school with zits and just all the things that teenagers go through, right? But even though they're not required to enroll, even though they're not required to enroll, over 98% of Japanese students still go to high school. Yes, yes, exactly. They are not required to enroll in high school. All they need to do is go through primary and like junior high. Whoa, okay. Okay. All right, I think we're good. Is everybody okay? I just want to make sure that everyone's okay. I want to make sure that everyone's good. Everyone's good? Thumbs up in the chat. That wasn't as bad. Turbulence wasn't as bad the second time. I can say that the pilot is getting a little bit better. I know that they went to, I think they did like 6 weeks in pilot training. I think that's enough, right? But they seem qualified. But anyway, don't tell anybody I told you. Okay, so yes, the one Mamba is good. Okay. Everybody else, please let me know. YouTube, are you good as well? How is the turbulence for you? Are you okay? Are you okay, people on YouTube? My Gabby, Frankie F. Oh, Rico, you returned. Okay. 6 weeks. Yeah, I mean, I thought that was enough. That was like it was an intensive course. That's what they told us when we were hired. Yeah. So anyway, we will get on to our final game, which is called Guess That Picture. Okay. And Cheryl will be coming around with more water because I know many of us were frazzled with the turbulence. We'll be coming out with pretzels and everything like that. Those of you who received your first class meals, don't worry, they are still intact. They are here. Okay, you do not have to worry about anything. All right. And we're not going to make it, y'all. Oh, Quincy Dawes, you made it through the last flight when we went to, what was that, Colombia or something? Okay, so we're in need of some spicy water. All right. Cheryl, can you also bring some spicy water? That's our code for the plane because Global Air, sometimes they get censored. So we just want to make sure that we still. You put it in the refrigerator? The refrigerator in the back, where we keep the pet food. Okay, give us 1 second, Sean. We might have to make some employment changes around here because but Cheryl, that was for the pets. Yes, like, when you put like not even IMs, like you put the wet dog food in there. Yes. Okay. You're going to go get us more? Okay, thank you. So Cheryl is going to take a quick trip on her parachute down to get us some more spicy water, and we will have that for you, okay? So just hold on a bit, but we're going to start our final game. Hello, AVPHRO. Welcome in. How are you? And happy Wednesday. Okay, so we're going to start our final game, which is Guess That Picture. Similar to Guess That Word, I'll be drawing something that has something to do with Japan, and you're going to have to tell me what it is. Now, I hate to brag, but I did get my art degree, so y'all gonna be happy with these drawings. So I'll be right back, okay? Cheryl, no, you need to put it. Thank you. Okay. Okay. Yeah, I got it, Cheryl. Thank you. Okay. So, Sean, here is your spicy water. I'm gonna put this right up here. Thank you, Cheryl. I do appreciate it. All right, so I'm going to put this right over here so when you're ready, it's there for you, okay? All right. So we are ready for the first one. She got my baby. All right, so here is the first drawing, and I need you to tell me what it is. And I like that we're at 5.1 thousand likes. Thank you so much. All right, and let's begin with our first one. All right, so here is your hint. Here is your hint. Well, not the hint, but here is your first part of the drawing. And again, if I have to complete the picture and you didn't get it, no one gets it, I will be getting the point. And you all have worked so hard to get these points. You've come too far for me to take your points. Okay? Sean said a face. No. Mm-mm. What do we think, Quince Dallas? What do we think? Ivan Grad07 or Grad07. Welcome in. I didn't see that. Hello, how are you? All right, so what do we think this is? Ivan, let me know. The one Mamba, what do we think? Rico, Gabby, I'm still looking out for our players. And again, if I see that you're not participating, all your points will go back down to 0. Can. No, it is not a can. No sé, says I don't know. Okay, a fan. No. One more guess from any random person. An emoji. No, Gabby, it's not an emoji. I know it looks like it, but it's not. It's not an emoji. Rico said, I don't know. It's an abomination. I didn't even finish the drawing yet. See, they're already roasting my drawings. I don't know. Okay, no worries, no worries. All right, so we're going to put our second part of the drawing. All right, and if you don't know, again, I'm drawing whatever's relevant to Japan. Okay, so here's your second part of the drawing. Actually, hold on. For TikTok purposes, I have to emphasize everything. All right, there you go. Canoe, no, it is not a fish. No, it is not a boat. Fish flags, no, it is not a fish flag, no. But thank you, Frankie F. What is it? Sword, a train. Hawking, no, it's not a train. It's not a letter. It's not a sword. No, but good guesses, though. Ivan, what do you think? I know, it's leaving you perplexed. See, I told you I'd draw that good. Okay, I'm going to draw a little bit more. Okay. Now, if I'm almost, the last detail I have to do will complete the picture. And if I complete the picture, then I get the point. So here is your second to last hint. Really study it. Come on, y'all. It looks just like it. A headband, scissors, no. Corn, no. Plant, no. Like I said, if y'all need a hint, put the rose in the room and I'll give you a hint. I'm not here to make this difficult for you. I'm drawing with so much detail. Belt, no. All right, Ivan, you said you needed a hint. Okay, so Ivan has given YouTube and TikTok a hint. Okay, so it's it's a common thing that people consume in Japan. Now, don't take consume too seriously. Consume can mean anything. Makeup. Ah, yes, Ivan, thank you. It's sushi. Ivan was the first one to put it. It is sushi. Thank you, Ivan. Ivan gets a point. So hold on, let me complete that for you. So yeah, this is sushi. What y'all think? Doesn't it look like it? Yeah, I think so. For real, I said that before you even drew that. I said first, airline food, sushi, LOL. See, what do we rate this drawing out of 10? Because I mean, It looks just like sushi. Like, wouldn't y'all order this if you saw this on the menu? This looks delicious. I see it now. Like a three. Nah, Ivan's hating. You wouldn't, if you walked into a Japanese place and they said, this is what we have, you wouldn't order that? 2.5. Okay. See, y'all just, I'm telling you, it looks just like it. I don't know what y'all talking about. So, y'all must be a little delusional. But anyway, speaking of sushi, that does not look like sushi. Y'all hating on my drawing skills. It's okay. I see. It's okay. All right. So, speaking of sushi, did you know that there are at least 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 main types of sushi? You have sashimi, which has no rice at the bottom. You have nigiri, which has seafood like you have the rice at the bottom. You have maki, which is the seaweed is on the outside of the roll. You have uramaki, which is the seaweed inside of the sushi roll, and it's like the rice is on the outside. You also have temaki, which is a seafood cone, like it looks like an ice cream cone and it has the fillings in it. And then you also have chirashi, which is a rice bowl with toppings. So it kind of looks like a poke bowl, like what we would call it. I absolutely love sushi. Oh my gosh. Sushi is delicious. I want to learn how to make it one day. So if I ever do that, I will be posting that. I promise y'all. Hello, James. Welcome in. Nice to see you. I think you've been here before. Welcome in. How are you? All right. So we're going to go into our second drawing. And again, if you can guess what this is, then, you be the winner. All right, so this looks like inappropriate. So I have to say for TikTok, it is not what it looks like. It's not what you think it is. All right, so here's your first hint. Oh yeah, you went to you were in our Jamaican episode, James. I think so, because you were telling us about the bumpy roads and like the monkeys and stuff like that. Yeah, welcome back. Yeah, I remember my players, okay? I remember. Okay? So by the way, yes, we did have a Jamaican episode, which was hilarious. But yeah, welcome back. So we are flying to Japan today. So can you tell me YouTube is what? Hold on, let me put this for YouTube. Okay. TikTok, what is this? And YouTube, what is this? Rope. No, it is not rope. Nope. Rope. Nope. Rope. Scope, joke, hope. See, I don't want me to start rapping in here. All right, so what is this? Hanging food. No. Ivan. Yes, it is Mount Fuji. Like, yes, you're absolutely right. That's exactly what I was going to draw. Hold on. This is my complete drawing of Mount Fuji. Now, come on. Which I think. See, listen, you don't have to worry about getting lost in Japan because I can draw you the landmarks, okay? All right, they call me Amy the Explorer out here. What y'all think out of 10? Looks like a cake. The haterade. Is there haterade on this plane? Because Cheryl, don't you think this looks what does this look like, Cheryl? Exactly. Even Cheryl got it right. The one who put the spicy water with the pet food. Even she's got it right. Thank you, James. See, James is not a hater. So, remember James from the Jamaican episode? Carter. Yeah, you remember. Yeah, you remember, right? Yep. Okay. See, even Carter remembers. Okay, this looks just like Mount Fuji. I'm telling y'all, you do not have to get lost with me around, okay? So let's give Ivan that point. Hello, Ivan. Congratulations again. All right. James Bana. Hello. All right. So we have now this one. I'm going to put all my effort into this drawing. So it looks like a polar bear on a rock. I thought we were cool, Sean. You just roasted me left and right. Welcome to the Global Game Show, James Bonner. I'm drawing things that have to do with Japan, and you're going to have to guess in the room what it is, okay? And each guess that is correct, you get a point. So far, we have Sean in our first class. All right, and thank you so much for liking the live. Let's keep tapping that screen and let me know how your Wednesday is doing. And if you didn't already, hit that follow button because we do go live every Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. So that means in 2 days, we'll be traveling to a new country. All right. So I'm gonna have to start picking out the countries for me, but we'll get into that. And I have a special announcement at the end of the live, something very, very special that is going to be occurring next week, and I hope you all can join. All right, but let's get through this game. All right, there's your first hint. James, James Bonner, are you asking for a hint for everybody? I saw you drop a rose in the room. Panda, no, it is not a panda. You too, here you go. Here's the first hint. Gabby said, Gabby, now you know I can't say that on TikTok. So, but no, that is not the answer. Sakura, no. Orange, no. A circle, well, it's not a ping pong. The shape is a circle, but that's not the entire picture. So what do we think? What do we think? James said flag. No, it is not a flag either. Nope. Drum, no. You guys are doing good, but I'm going to add a little bit more. All right. Ooh. Dropped my handy dandy marker top. There is the second hint. Japanese flag. No, it is not the Japanese flag. No, it is not. It is not the Japanese flag. That was our very first question. Hawken, you want a hint? I'll give you a hint if Hawken says yes, those roses are for a hint. Telescope, no. Kite, no. Hangman, no. Ralph II, welcome in. We're playing draw that picture. All right, so Hawken, I'm going to assume that you're sending those roses because you want a hint. So I'll give you a hint. This hint had a lot to do with the 15 degree, 30, 45 to 90. That's your hint. And if you weren't here for that, you're going to have your players, your teammates help you out in the comment section. Yes, thank you, Sean. It is bowing. I'm drawing a person bowing. Okay. That's their other hand. So now this is supposed to be, I'm going to draw you exactly what a person looks like when they bow. There you go. It looks so bad when I put it on TikTok. What do y'all think? Does this look like a person bowing? Like, looks legit. Thank you. See, Ralph is so amazed by my drawing skills. All they could say was, "Wow, thank you." His spine goes down to his knees. You know what? He's a very lengthy businessman. I'll put a little tie on him too, just to make sure they all know this is a businessman. Doesn't it? Come on. YouTube, what do y'all think? What do you rate this? Business skeleton. You know what? I like your perceptive. See, art is subjective. That's what I learned when I did my 7 years in art school. We learned, just technique and feeling is everything. A forever. Thank you, James. Thank you. Hawkins said he's in pain. You know what? Sometimes admitting and just being formal sometimes puts you in that pain. So I know exactly what you're talking about, Hawkins. That's a goatee. Put it in a museum. You know what? I was going to sell this. I was thinking about selling some of my drawings, especially the sushi one. I'm thinking about contacting the Louvre to put it next to the Mona Lisa. They just told me they'll get back to me as soon as they get all the jewelry back. Okay. Um, exactly. Yeah, I should. I'm gonna put my name in big bold letters. Amy Rose Abroad. I buy it for. Oh, thank you. I even see that. What, Gabby? What you saying? -11. Now, Frankie, that's not nice. All those years I did in art school. Anyway, so this is a man bowing, okay, or a bald woman, whatever your perspective is, because art is subjective. You got to feel it. Okay, so now let's go into the next drawing. Let me see who. Hold on, let me do. Okay, Sean, you get that point. I cannot forget about that. Okay. Now we are on to our. Well, that was our third drawing. We're on to our fourth drawing. Okay. Now we're talking. Okay, so this is the first part. I had to turn it this way because it's one of these types of images. What do you think this is? YouTube, you can kind of see the same thing if I just turn it like that. Yeah, there you can. What y'all saying? Dragon, leaf, iceberg? No, I'm more excited for the drawings at the moment. Island Peninsula, maybe? Now we're doing Japan, so you might have to be a little bit. Tapeworm, chopping souls. No, it's not. No, we are doing anything that's relevant to Japan because we are flying to Japan this evening. Okay. All right, since y'all haven't guessed, I'm going to keep going. Okay, so here's your second part. Now, if I complete this, it's not a dragon. No, it is not. Somebody said, no, it is not a ramen noodle. Nope, not a ramen noodle. Not a kite. Not someone's hair. No. Is that Japan? Yes. Oh, well, James actually got it right first because he said map. I was looking for map of Japan or Japan. So yes, James, you got it correct. You got it correct. Hold on, let me complete the drawing for you. Let me see. I did not see you put Japan on there. I did not see you put that there, the one mamba. So this is what Japan looks like in my mind. I'm drawing this from memory, y'all. So what are we rating this? 10, right? I know. You guys are speechless, right? See, Josh is like, how can you stay hating on my drawings? I give art lessons. The man said a leaf. I mean, Hawken, if you want drawing lessons, you don't have to hate, you know. What do we rate this YouTube? Because TikTok is being mean to me right now. 6.5. See, 6.5. 5 star. Thank you. You know what, James? Thank you. Thank you very much. Okay, so now we are on to our fifth and final drawing before we make our descent down to the beautiful country of Japan. But I do want to let you know that Japan is actually considered an island country. There's like a long word for it, something I forgot, but it is called an island country because it has actually 6,852 islands. So Japan's not just one like big thing, it's composed of different islands. So, fun fact for you. And now we are going to go to our final drawing of the evening before we get to crown our trivia champion. Okay? All right. So, we're going to put on my painter's hat. Okay? So, we are going to do like this. here is the first part of the drawing. And those of you who are in and out, welcome into the Global Game Show. Right now, I'm doing guess that picture for the island country of Japan. It is not a fan. It is not a can. No, thank you, man. See, I told you I could be a rapper too. Samurai. No, it is not a samurai. No, I see where you're getting at it, but no. Mm-mm. Hint. Well, okay, hint. It is something men and women can have this. From what I've seen. A lot of people say only women can have this, but I've seen like men have this as well. Like men and women can have this particular thing. It is not a hat. Nope, it is not a hat. Okay, so while you're letting them marinate, I'm going to draw a little bit more. Okay, there you go. YouTube, there you go. So, hold on, TikTok. No, it is not a dashiki. We're in Japan. Dashikis are original to Africa. But once we get there, that's going to be a cool episode too. Somebody already reminded me to put Nigeria in my country wheel. Okay, sumo, no. Gown, no. Raincoat, no. Rickshaw, I don't know. No, that's not what it is. No. Scooter, no. Keep going. I'll see one more guest. Hello, lovely. Welcome in. Welcome in. How are you doing on this beautiful Wednesday? Marlon, hello. How are you? Okay. Hawken, you're asking for another hint? Okay. If you have this is the only thing that you can like you put it on. You put it on. You put it on. You put it on. Okay? You put it on. That's your second hint. And I need the correct name for this. All right. Yes. Now, James, you didn't spell it right, but Hawken did spell it right, but it is kimono. Okay. Hold on, I have to see what time y'all actually put that in the chat because I think, hold on, let me see something. Okay, so it looks like James, oops, okay. It looks like James and Hawken put it in at the same time. So I'm going to be giving you both 8 points. Okay? Because both of you showed up at the same timestamp. All right, so Hawken, you have made it to the point board. Okay, so hold on. Sean, I'm going to be looking out for you because I didn't see any of your answers. I did not see you guess. Oh, what's a famous sport in Japan? I didn't see that question. I'm so sorry. It's baseball is very popular in Japan. Sean, let me see if you're still there because I didn't see any of your answers for the past 2 games. Okay, so Sean, if you let me know that you're in here, because if you're not, your points will go down to 0, and that means someone else will be the winner for tonight. Okay, so Sean, let me know that you're in the room still. Give me thumbs up. You can, let me know. I'm going to give you about 10 seconds. Show me an emoji if you can't. If you can't type. All right, but yes, this is a kimono. This is a kimono. Y'all already rating it. And oh, hi, Sean. Oh, Sean, no, I wasn't talking to you. It was another Sean that was in here too. But welcome, Sean Witt. Thank you for coming in. Welcome. So, what do we rate this kimono? Honestly, I need your honest reviews. Honest review. 10. See, thank you. Thank you. 3.6. Hawken, you are hating on my drawing skills. Gabby, Frankie, Rico, who's that? Yenny, your drawings. Okay, well, this person just roasted me. I can't even say that on TikTok. Just put a number. Excellent. Thank you, James. Okay, so Sean, I did not hear from you. So unfortunately, I'm going to have to move you down to 0 points. You had 8 points. We are going to make it 0 now because I did not hear from you. So sorry, but your points have been reduced to 0. And I'm talking to Sean444, not Sean Witt. Sean Witt, welcome in. But I mistake you for someone else, okay? So now, hey, I want to play. Oh, so listen, 007, 007, welcome in. However, we are at the we already finished our final game. However, if you want to make it again, go ahead and hit the follow button because I will be doing this again with a new country on Friday, which is in 2 days, y'all. Friday, okay, 2 days. At 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Again, make sure you register for that. Make sure that when you see it on the live events that you register so that it will remind you. Okay. So did that already? Yes. So at this point in time, I will be calculating the final winner of tonight's game, and all of you who have a point will know. Unfortunately, if you lose points, you are no longer on the scoreboard. It is as if you were not here, unfortunately, because like I said in the beginning, if you do not answer twice or even make a good, right or wrong guess, whatever you want, if you lose your participation, you will lose points. And I will assume you did a DB Cooper, brought your own parachute, and kind of alley-ooped out of the plane, okay? So he must be, he may have made a quick descent. He may have had to go to the bathroom. I don't know. But if you do have to leave at any point for future games, please let me know in the chat. That way your seat will be saved. So for those of you who are still on the board, we have the one Mamba. We have Frankie F. We have Gabby. We have Ivan. We have James. And we have Hawken. So, Hawken, you have 1 point. James, you have 2 points. Ivan, you have 2 points. Gabby, you have 1 point. Frankie F, you have 1 point. And the one Mamba, you have 6 points. So that means our winner for tonight is the one Mamba. Please, everyone, give them a round of applause. Congratulations, the one Mamba. And that means finally you get to enjoy the rest of your trip in first class. Carter, can we please bring the one Mamba's baggage over here, please, and put it on this overhead bin? Yes, thank you. And the one Mamba, you can definitely choose a first class meal. You have shrimp tempura, sushi, mochi, or a ramen bowl. Please let me know what you would like. And if you're not already, go ahead on YouTube, look up the one Mamba on TikTok so you can give them a follow. Those of you on TikTok, please go ahead and give the one Mamba a follow, okay? Because they deserve it and they are the winner for tonight's game. Okay, so we picked ramen. All right. Oh, hot. Woo. This is hot. Okay, so our Japanese chef was kind enough to make a ramen plate for you, ramen bowl plate for you. All right, we have the egg, we have the seaweed here, we have the, like I said, it's grass-fed organic ramen. We have pork for you, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and put this on the warmer. Okay, so whenever, thank you, 007, I do appreciate it. So the one Mamba, whenever you are ready, this will be on the warmer for you. So as we make our descent down, please make sure that you get your stuff out of the overhead bin. I do appreciate all the players who came in and out of the game today. Thank you for the follow or the join the fan club, little heart me thing. I appreciate that so much. You guys are all excellent players, despite Hawk and hating on my drawings, okay? But congratulations to those who did make the player board, okay? Hawken with the 1 point, James with 2, Ivan, Gabby, Frankie F. All of you were fantastic players. Even those of you who decided to take your own parachute and leave early, you were still all very excellent players. YouTube, you guys have been excellent. You guys came in strong tonight, but I can say that TikTok is still in the lead as far as battle of the platforms. We will crown a new trivia champion on Friday, this Friday. So in 2 days at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And I will be putting the winner and all the players who have a point on my TikTok story. Okay. And of course on YouTube, those of you who are hearing the usernames, if you have a TikTok account, please go ahead and make sure that you give them a follow because it is well deserved. They worked so hard for this game. And I know that they're going to do their best again when they come back on Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, where we pick a new country. Again, this is your stewardess, Amy. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for just being so cooperative on the flight, and I hope you had fun. And once again, thank you so much for choosing Global Air Flight GA398. Have a good night, everyone, and have a wonderful afternoon. Take care. All right, YouTube, this has been fantastic. Thank you for being here. I finally remembered that y'all were here, so I won't have to you won't see me on my off time. But thank you so much for joining us on YouTube. Please give the One Mamba a follow if you have a TikTok account. Okay, and don't forget to study these episodes because we will be revisiting these countries again. Thank you so much for choosing Global Air and have a wonderful night, afternoon, or morning. Bye-bye.